From the Sunmark Federal Credit Union Content Studio, this is the Sunmark 360 with Glen Stacey.
Hi everybody, welcome into the Sunmark Content Studio and to the Sunmark 360. It's good to see you today. Sunmark Federal Credit Union has announced 2 executive promotions as Sunmark prepares for growth in 2018. Some very exciting news today. Toni LeBron has been an employee of Sunmark for the past 10 years. Previously, she served as the Vice President of Fleet Bank of New York and as an Executive Account Manager for the New York State Credit Union League. Toni, who is originally from Glens Falls, attended Herkimer Community College, and when she was younger, thought she would be teaching in a classroom. That is until she discovered banking.
My plan was actually to be a school teacher, and I did not pursue that because early on I got into banking and everything about it excited me. I was always like, oh my God, I want to know more about that. And why did they do that? And so that intrigued me. I began to get into banking more and more and take different tests that said they were all about behavior. What does your behavior, what type of job does your behavior gear you towards? And every test landed me in banking. So I was so lucky because so many people don't have that happen. So banking was what I loved and what seemed to fit me the whole time. And I very much am about people. I'm also very much about being very straightforward with people. So I think it's been a good blend. I actually know it has been, or my career wouldn't have gone as well as it has. I've been very blessed.
Toni credits the mentors that have helped her along the way, but her willingness to help her company in any way that was needed while doing the best job no matter what the task was the defining factor in her success.
I think young people should know that careers are made on compromise, on balance, on sometimes you take jobs that you really go like this, why are they asking me to take this job? I don't want that job. But you sometimes help your company, your organization get to a better place because you do a good job in the job they've asked you to do. And it does take a little more time sometimes than you want it to. But if you work at it and you focus, it will work. Lateral moves aren't a bad thing. Sometimes you even take a step back. That's almost sometimes the most frustrating and hardest part. But if you take the step back and you say, okay, now I need to move forward. If I do the best I can in this, well, I move forward again, and you will, because everybody has their challenges over their career. So the work hard and do the best you can do in the job you're in is good advice from anyone.
Toni, sometimes people get caught up in simply just chasing a title. So now that you're at the top, is it really as glamorous as it sometimes may appear?
So I'm going to answer that in 2 ways, and the good fun way says to me it is. It's all the things you want it to be. The sort of more serious way is with those things come hard work. A little bit of sleepless nights, a little bit of stomach ache, a little bit of heartache, but the hard work pays off because the one reward that you see is when something gets better or changes and you think you've influenced it and it comes out so awesome. The rewards are skyrocketing and you can't do it alone. You can never do it alone, and you're fooling yourself if you think the sun rises and sets in any company, organization, in what you do, that would not work well, I don't believe. Now, even if you're a sole proprietorship, you have to have people help support you to get there. So I think if you think of yourself in a company or an organization and you want to grow and you really think that you could do it without the people around you, that would be an error in judgment. Always trust that there are good people around you, and always trust that you hire people that have your weaknesses and help you grow in your weaknesses and you help them grow in theirs. And so I would remind people to look around and know you have good people around you and allow them to do a good job.
I'd like to read something to you. Senior Vice President, Chief Operating Officer at Sunmark Federal Credit Union.
That's a wonderful title. I love it. I feel like I've worked very hard for it, and I couldn't be prouder. I could not.
Is there one achievement from your career that's been the most gratifying?
Becoming Chief Operating Officer of Sunmark Federal Credit Union.
You're there now.
I'm here now. I could not look forward to retirement any better than I am today. I am excited to retire someday in 3 to 5 years, but I am super excited to be here where I'm honored and I'm privileged and I'm humbled by the fact that I got to do this.
In her new role, Toni will also oversee the branch retail network, member service center, IT, marketing, deposit operations, and investment services. Tomorrow on the Sunmark 360, we'll talk with Alyssa Sykes, who has been promoted to Senior Vice President, Chief Lending Officer.
So what I would say to any young woman coming up is show your worth, show your value, show your knowledge, and show that you deserve to be in that spot just as much as anybody next to you. Doesn't matter whether you're female, male, you deserve to be there because you have educated yourself enough, you have worked and learned the profession, and you have a voice, and don't be afraid to use it.
We'll see you tomorrow on the Sunmark 360. Don't forget to follow Sunmark and the Sunmark 360 on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube.